What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. This will be a quick tactics and update for League One tactics and instructions. I've not started my main account yet. I'm just about to start. I had one DC already so far, my first game, which is not the best of starts. My internet really cut out, and that kind of brought me to the decision to change my tactics. Now, I'll be honest, the 4-2-2 was a viable tactic, and it still is a viable tactic, and I would use it. But this weekend league, I had to adapt. The key thing is delay. You have to adapt or perish. I've got 4 different tactics. I've got a new one as well, which is the 4-3-3, which I'll get onto in a second. But we've gone with a regular mix. We're going to first start with, obviously, the kickoff tactic. Now, I've been kickoffed, I think, 3 times this weekend league on my alternate. Make sure you have that kickoff formation. This is probably the most important thing I would say. Don't forget, have your balanced formation. Put everyone on comeback and defense. Make this your defensive tactic. It is extremely important. Remember, in the first couple of minutes, if you're don't forget, a lot of people are fishing home games now, right? People are still doing it now more than ever. So your opponent is fishing a home game. Literally, just don't take a risk. Just make sure you're defensive and stable in the first couple of minutes. Then I do have 4 formations. You've probably seen this one, and this one before. I got rid of the 4-2-2 because of delay. Because delay is really bad, I'll be honest. I can't have the free roam type movement in towards the middle of the pitch. I mean, for you, the 4-2-2 is working for you. Don't change it. Keep it as it is. People keep getting confused, thinking, oh, you got 12 ms, you must have some amazing internet connection. But it seems that every single time I make the video, they keep misunderstanding that it's my actual internet that's bad. That's why I'm disconnecting, not the servers. So the one thing I was going to say as well with that is, if 4-2-2 is working for you, keep using it. I'm using the 4-2-3-1 mainly. I've gone a bit more attacking by putting the depth on 1 higher. This is probably the old legacy 4-2-3-1, is where the cam and the striker on stay forward. This is the attacking 4-2-3-1. Don't forget, we want this to act like a centre forward and a striker, defending, attacking in a 4-4-1-1. So that's why we've got both of them on stay forward. Also with delay, what I'm finding is, if you have, like, for example, the cam on comeback and offence, you know, if you do pass the ball when he's moving up, he could lose the ball. So the idea of him being on stay forward is I can just pass the ball and bounce the ball back off him. Because I don't know about you guys, what I'm finding in delay, you can't control the ball. I can't even left. I mean, if you saw my recipe for disaster video yesterday, you probably seen it. I'm trying to left stick dribble, it's not working. So that's how I've gone with, kept to stay forward. I did, however, put comeback and offense on the lamb and the ram, just for more stability. Even on the attacking formation, I do think it's pointless having these guys unbalanced. In my opinion, it's better to have these guys relegate and, you know, defend in a 4-4-1-1. So that's why I've gone with that. We still gone with long ball as well, because this, I think, is the most important. I don't know about you guys, but this is the first weekend league. I don't know if it's the most recent patch or whatever they've done, but I'm pressing the L1 and the LB trigger, and for some reason it's not registering. I'm pressing the L1 trigger of players to make runs going forward. They're just very stagnant. They're just sitting there very static. They're not moving dynamically. They're not even moving forward. I mean, I want to with the L1 trigger. So that's why I've gone with long ball. And I still would use that now. You probably, if you're in my streams, by the way, I stream at twitch.tv/NealGuides. You can catch me later on tonight. But normally I use balanced, I'll be honest. Because I control my my fullbacks and my wingers manually. But now I'm going to long ball. And that's kind of what I'm using right now. Then what I'm doing is I got a 5-3-2. I brought this back in. This is the exact same 5-3-2 from before. Nothing has changed. I can quickly skim through a tactics just in case you think something has changed. Nothing has changed. The only thing that we have done is we removed target man and stay central from the strikers. Because now, in delay, I can't pass the... Before, what I was doing is I was getting the ball to my strikers, doing a fake shot or scoop turn or fake shot or left stick dribbling or something like that. L1 fake shot, sorry. And I'll be getting past. With delay, I can't do that. So I'll be honest, I left them on static. Now, I don't want them to... You know, sorry, I left them on balance now, so they're not so static as opposed to target man. And I'll be honest, I'm just trying to bounce the ball off them again. The most important thing why I'm using this in delay, though, is, as you guys know, it attacks in a 3-3-4, right? The most important thing is this left back and right back. When they do go forward, this is probably the formation that does work in delay. I know many of you guys are saying it's not working for you, but the key thing is being patient. Let these guys go forward. Let these guys go to, like, you know, a left wing, right wing position. Now, when they are unmarked, it's up to you to distribute the ball from your centre mids to these players. That's the key. So whenever if you're on delay, and let's say the 4-2, this is what I'm doing. So let's say I'm using a 4-2-3-1. It's not working for me, and let's say I know, because we know the delay rate varies from game to game. Then I'm going to the 5-3-2 immediately. And then what I'm doing is, with the left back and right back, is I'm just distributing the ball to them. So what I'll do is I'll get the ball my centre mid and I'll lob the ball to them. Now, why this is important is, remember, these guys are going to be unmarked. So by them being unmarked, you have the time to pass the ball to them. And even if there is a delay, there won't be anyone near you. That's the key. The 4-2-3-1 problem is there's going to be people near you all the time. You need players to be completely unmarked. The only formation that really offers that is a 5-2-1-2 and a 5-3-2. So that's why I've gone with the 5-3-2. And I'm using this more often. Before I used to only use like 20% of the game. Now I'm veering towards 40% of the game, because very simply, when these guys are unmarked, I can always lob the ball to them, and then I can at least take a touch backwards or use a ball roll. The key thing is a ball roll. If you're suffering with delay right now, if you're watching this and you've got a couple of more games to play, the biggest and best tip I can give you right now is use a ball roll. Every single time you get a ball, let's say for example your player is over here, if your opponent is over here, do a ball roll that way. Do a ball roll away from them. That is the biggest thing I would say right now. So if you're struggling right now with lag and you know the gameplay is awful, because we all know that, just use a ball roll. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that you get a better connection later on in the evening, but that's what the current status is. So yeah, I'm using that. Then I'll be honest, I'm using a 4-4-2. Now again, I'm using team press for this. Don't forget, I'm using constant pressure in theory, but don't forget, when it's unbalanced, if you activate the D-pad tactics team press, it overrides balance. It ends up team pressing anyway. The issue I have right now is when I'm going 1-0 down, I don't know about you guys, but I can't get back in the game. People are parking a bus because they're also in delay. They're parking a bus to another and next new level. So I can't really get past. I quickly skimmed through the tactics as well. I still have my 2 strikers on comeback and defense, because again, when you're pressing, there's no point having these guys in front, firstly. And secondly, I'll be honest, the rest of the players all on comeback and offense. I've won the centre mid and balance. I normally put Muller on for Blanc. That's what I'm currently doing right now. But if I'm going 1-0 down now, before this formation was used, if you're 1-0 down 70 minutes and you need to get back into the game, then you'll change to the 4-4-2. You'll be wide as possible so you can press high up the pitch. But the issue is now, I can't get back in the game. People are parking a bus. So as soon as I concede now, I'm going to 4-4-2. Do I recommend this? Maybe not, but that's just what I'm doing. So if you watch me later on tonight, you're probably thinking, why is he going to a 4-4-2 straight away? Is I want to get the ball back as soon as I can. Because if someone is able to control the game, then I'm in trouble. So I'll be honest, if I'm going down 1-0 in 10 minutes, I'm not changing it. But like, let's say 30 minutes, I'm definitely going towards a 4-4-2. So that's the formation I'm using now. We do have a new one, but this is where the 4-2-2 was. Now what I realized is that the 5-3-2 and the 4-2-3-1 are good attacking variations. One's a slower one, and one's where the player's unmarked. And 4-4-2 is all out attack. So I was thinking, why do I need a 4-2-2 when I can just activate the D-pad tactics manually? And don't forget, this is just my playstyle. I don't really use a wing play, so I was just thinking just overlap with these guys, double up with the left back and right back, and have them on overlap, and just congest his wing areas. That's what I was thinking. But you can still use the 4-2-2 if you like it. But this is one thing that I would recommend. Try to find a slot for this new tactic. It is the 4-3-3 third variation. Now, this is a defensive formation. I won't even lie to you. Basically what happens is in comparison to the 4-2-3-1, the issue with the 4-2-3-1 is this singular cam, he's too far ahead. And what I'm finding in delay is that someone plays a through ball in between these lines. You can't right stick switch this player and try to drop back to fill in that pocket of space. You can't. And if you're aggressive with your CDM too much, and for me, because my actual internet is bad, I'm getting speed up lag. So I'm missing the tackle. So what I've done is I've changed to this formation. It is the 4-4-3-3 third variation. The reason why you got 2 CDMs, but there isn't a cam here, there's a centre mid. And this is a little trick. I didn't really want to release this video, I'll be honest, but if you actually play, if you actually have these guys and come back in offense, you actually defend like in a 4-5-1 flat. So it's a bit more wider distribution. You don't really control the central areas as much, but you do have the 3 players in the middle. Now I'll be honest, truthfully speaking, I do use Eusebio to press from the front, and that way when the ball does go out, I can either run back with Eusebio and recover, that way the cam is not too far forward, or I can use my centre mid to run and get the ball. So that way I do have some time for recovery. So it is a more defensive variation, and you're defending a 4-5-1, so your opponent is overloading you, especially with team and season players now. Every single person can shoot outside the box. I want more stability outside the box. That's why I've gone with the centre mid. I'll be honest, come back on the left mid and right mid. Striker, stay central, come back. 3 centre mids, all on comeback and defence, all cover centre as well. As I said as well with Aubameyang, he's now not a cam, he's centre mid, so he's going to naturally be more reserved, and everyone's on comeback. Stay back while attacking. This is the way I'm going with it. I'm deliberately putting Kante, Trent and Aubameyang in the middle. The reason why is with delay, I want to get to the ball as soon as possible, so I want high pace here. That's why I put Blanc at the back, because I don't mind losing the pace at the back. And I'll be honest, this is the formation I'm using now when I'm going 1-0 ahead, but if I'm struggling. So I'm only using, so what's happening is I use the 4-2-3-1. If I can't get past with the 4-2-3-1, I'm then going to the 5-3-2. If I'm struggling with these two and I know I really can't get past on 1 or 2, two goals down, then I'll go to the 4-4-2. Once I do get a goal back, I'll vary between the 4-2 and the 5-3-2 depending on my opponent. If my opponent is varying like a narrow formation, like a 4-1-2-1-2 or 4-2-3-1, I'll use the 5-3-2. And then, and only if I am winning but I'm struggling to retain the lead, I'm changing this formation. I'll make a video separately on this formation. This, I'll be honest, is one of the best formations I think for closing out the game. I didn't really want to release this, but you have to do what you have to do. And I'll be honest, I'm probably going to get hate either way. But that's what I'd recommend. In terms of this formation, just put, all you got to do is just have your, wherever your regular cam is, put it here. The only reason why I've not put Neymar in cam is because Neymar, his stamina is a bit of an issue. And also, I just want just a bit of physical presence. That's why I put Aubameyang there. So that's one thing to bear in mind. So whatever you do put here, remember, you're going to have a slight difference between your midfield three and your striker. But at least if your opponent plays a through ball, at least you have a better chance of recovering as opposed to a cam. But anyway, that's just the tactics and instructions I am using. Let me know if you do have anything that's working for you. I'll be streaming as well on twitch.tv/NealGuides later on tonight. But without further ado, that's the end of the video. I was going to say. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, the 5-3-2, you've probably seen the video on that. Is on my channel. The video that was on my channel. That one came out quite a long time ago. By the way, there's no free roam, by the way, on the lamb and the ram. You can put free roam if you want to. It's not an issue. I just don't want free roam on my tactics because it's for my play style. And 4-4-2, you've seen it already. The 4-3-3 is the new one. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.